What's up, everyone? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah, check us out on YouTube, man. And right now we're doing the OG Fantastic Four, issue 64. Yes, a Century Sinister. What does this mean for our group of intrepid heroes? We'll find out, won't we? As the first family of Marvel has a new alien race to deal with, and yet will be an echo in Marvel for the rest of its existence. And now Reed's, of course, working on a project. Thing is actually just holding everything up, doing what he does, And Sue's kind of wondering what they're going to do, when they're going to actually get off and do something, have a honeymoon, have a little private time, some time on the beach, get naked in Tahiti, whatever. And, things getting tired of being kind of like the muscle man, and Reed says, well, I guess they're all going to take a vacation. And while they're doing this, these two scientists are actually looking for this ancient area. They use a crystal they found. It actually activates a door. And this door pops up, and this ship has been here for a long, long time. But all the technology is far advanced from anything they have on Earth, especially in the 1960s. So they go around, they find this cockpit area. They see a big metal man. And of course, they have to take shots at it. It wakes up, it freezes them. And the Fantastic Four are still trying to decide, or should I say the Fantastic Three, since Johnny is out with Crystal, the immortal, trying to do his own thing. They're leaving it up to Thing to throw darts in areas to try to figure out where they're going to go. And like I said, Johnny and Crystal and Trident, I believe his name is, the fish, Inhuman, they're going to take off. And now this creature, this Sentry, is going through his process, trying to judge and cleanse this earth. So he sends out a battery, and this thing's also a transmitter. Kind of charges him and, sets up a force field, does multiple things. And this force field interferes with the Fantastic Four's jet while they were trying to take their vacation. So they're going to have a vacation beating someone up, I guess. And of course, this is kind of like the Fantastic Three because Johnny is gone. And this guy declares that he's a Sentry and that he's also from the Kree. Yes, you heard it here, the Kree. And if anybody knows anything about the current MCU universe, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This colossus of metal, steel, and intelligence is the first creature sent by the Kree here, but not the last. In comic book continuity, that is. Anyways, he stops the jet. The Fantastic Four gets out. Reed decides to try to wrap him up, which pisses Thing off because he really wants to hit something, and he would prefer if it wasn't his friend Reed. This creature's strong enough just to throw him off. Thing gets a shot off, but as Thing begins to say it's clobbering time and hammering him, the Sentry is adapting. And not only that, he's getting stronger. He's figuring out ways to beat the Fantastic Four. And then in a minute, he takes advantage. He just starts beating the hell out of Thing. I mean, with 1 foot, he's holding him down in the water. He is kicking the hell out of him. And this is great, Kree technology. This Sentry is not here to play. Meanwhile, Reed is trying to come up with a plan to save his friend. He kind of uses the trees to spring himself over and decides he's going to cover the Sentry again. And I guess he's going to wrap around him, try to suffocate him. We'll see what he does. And of course, he wraps around him. It's enough for him to go in the water, distracting him for a few minutes, giving Reed enough time to save Benjamin Grimm, who has just been knocked out, thrown in the water. Now, Ben can hold his breath for quite a bit, but sooner or later, he will run out of air and die. Meanwhile, Trident's kind of seeing the city flying around in the sky cycle they have, while Johnny and Crystal are getting some alone time, some smoochy in, until Lockjaw just appears out of nowhere, which irritates Johnny because he's trying to get his hormones fulfilled, if you know what I'm saying. Trying to chase with a dog, but all of a sudden Sue says they really need his help. And this is where Crystal says this is why Lockjaw showed up, because Lockjaw is more intelligent than he seems. And it's time for them to go help. And of course, Johnny has to put away his date time for some butt kicking time. Anyways, they rescue Thing. Sue helps Reed kind of get the Thing out of the way for a while, turn him invisible. And this robot is just relentless. And he even summons a tsunami. He causes a tsunami with this. This is how strong this creature is. And the water is heading right towards them. They're getting ready to dig in, see if they can survive it. But out of nowhere, the Human Torch just poof uses his fire to just kind of turn all the water into steam, and he begins attacking the Sentry. Now Johnny is doing a great job. He's very brave, and he has learned how to use his powers, but this creature's just too much. I mean, I love how he throws the sand up, and even then, since Johnny has fought the Sandman, and that trick has happened to him before, he knows to go higher and ways to burn the sand. So it's very interesting. Johnny comes crashing down full force, and even with all this damage, all the damage to the island, Thing actually manages to get the scientists out. And they're basically panicking, wondering what the hell's going on, what they've unleashed upon the world. Thing breaks them out. They pull Thing in, and this is the time for a tactical retreat, because this Sentry is just beating the unholy hell out of them. They need to teleport and regroup and figure out what they're going to do against this Colossus, against this Sentry sent by the Kree. How they're going to beat it. Well, we'll find out the next time, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.